Take your time. The hour starts its decline. There's a reflection, and all I see is a sun cold and gray now. A sun cold and gray. It's a crime to leave this all behind. The walls are alive, but all I see is a sun cold and gray now. We slowly walk Lord, it's a crime. These walls are alive. We say goodbye. All worn out today. Every other day. Take your time. Take your time. Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, that was kind of awesome.
Yeah,
Haven't
I
seen that
really,
film clip in a
I
long
really
time.
liked that. Really nice song, captivating music video, ethereal.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. That was Daylight Ghost with a song called Golden Hour, and that was our very good friend Adam Dawe, who has been on the podcast before. Man, he's a talented dude. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. And with us tonight, we have his wingman in that project. But just quickly, I believe Danny, you wanted to have a little rant about Robbie Williams.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a couple of thoughts about Robbie Williams, who, Robbie Williams, he's been in the news a fair bit the past week or so. I do like some of his stuff, but he's been in the news apparently for his autism diagnosis. Apparently he's previously revealed he has ADHD and Tourette's, and I've seen a quote from him absolutely blowing up social media about how the autism diagnosis is his get out of jail free card, and any weird shit I do, I just say I'm autistic. And I've seen a lot of pushback to this quote from autistic people, and I have to admit that when I saw it, I myself was like, I cringed a bit. I was like, oh man. I mean, he's almost certainly joking. And I know that the media loves to take the most outrageous things someone has said and really hype it up. But I do sort of feel like it's a stigma I have to push back against. Like, I'm always telling people, my diagnosis increased my accountability and capacity to handle self-reflection, whether people believe me or not. So, yeah, that was my rant about it.
Yeah, I think it can sometimes be the explanation for certain behaviors, but that doesn't mean that you don't take responsibility for those behaviors. I think
Yeah.
the correct way to put it. But yeah, I know, knowing that guy, he probably was joking a little bit.
Yeah. And I mean, there comes a point where you do get kind of tired of justifying yourself to people. I mean, and you're just like, okay, if that's what you believe, then believe what you want. So
Yeah, I do have little things sometimes where people are like, I'll like ask a question, like a yes or no question, and they'll just reply with a thumbs up on the comment.
yeah.
And I'm like, dude, autism, you can't do that to me.
Yeah.
Tell me, yes, no, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, the thumbs up, I mean, does that mean they approve of the question? Or
Who fucking knows? Who knows?
how are you anyway?
Okay. I guess spirit of the podcast, I'll be honest. I'm not sad. I'm not anxious. The TMS has certainly therapy. You can see other episodes for an explanation of that if you don't know what I'm talking about. But that has certainly done its job. I'm not anxious. I'm not depressed, sad. But I can still burn out, and I'm just finding myself in this weird sort of bleh where I can sort of still logic myself into a negative mental health place. It's just not the same as it used to be, and I can be more what's the word? Reflective about it than I used to be, which is a good thing. But yeah, I kind of threw myself down a rabbit hole sometime this week and realized, okay, there's still other ways in which negative thoughts can happen. I just used to be so all consumed and drowning in just sadness and anxiety, and I'm like, okay. They were just so loud that other potentially negative feelings were drowned out. I guess that's why they say TMS is a good time to have therapy, because you can work through your other shit. But anyway, that's not a massive negative. It's kind of a positive. I've been able to reflect on that a bit.
Yeah, I guess it never ends, like looking after your mental health. I mean, you always have to keep that self-care up in whatever way you can.
Yes, I have things to do with that go far beyond being sad or anxious. That I need to spend some time on, but I will do that. But anyway, we are talking today to Karl O'Shea, and basically, I met Karl through Daylight Ghosts when Adam mentioned that he was in this new band. And man, I we were like, okay, cool, anything you're doing, because Adam had been out of music for a while, and he's just one of the most talented vocalists that I know. So I was just like, yes, we're gonna get you back. And he started sending me songs, but in particular, I think it was their first album. They just did one song, and he played it for me, and it just made me cry on the spot. And I was just like, "This is absolutely beautiful." Yeah, as people would have heard from that previous song. So
definitely.
Why don't we look at bringing Karl in?
Yeah, definitely sounds good. And Karl, I mean, he's done quite a few things. He's been in a few bands, and is an event organizer. So of course we'll ask him about that too. And looking forward to finding out more information.
Cool.
And here he is.
Hey, Karl.
Hey, Karl.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. So, Karl, it's been a little while. What you been up to, man?
Being unemployed mostly. To put it really glib and simply.
But as far as pay work goes, but you've been a very busy person.
Oh yeah, creatively. I've been busy, obviously, with PinkNoise.
Yeah.
That's been my baby for the last couple of years.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Certainly dig into that, yeah.
Yeah.
And, constantly working on music, whether it's Daylight Ghosts or Ghostwoods or ISIS, etc., etc.
Awesome. Okay, well, why don't we dive in? We got questions for you.
Awesome.
So I guess we should start again, spirit of the podcast. What flavor of neurodivergent are you?
So I have a formal diagnosis for ADHD.
Yep.
Screened very positively for autism as well.
Yeah.
But, costs are kind of prohibitive for a formal autism diagnosis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so formerly ADHD. And if I'm being honest, it's the ADHD that I have to deal with the most.
Yeah. It's had the most profound effect.
Oh, yeah.
When I got my autism diagnosis, the ADHD diagnosis came with it, and I didn't even really understand ADHD at that point. And once I came to understand it, I was like, "Oh, that's my dominant problem. Like the autism is sort of sitting underneath that." You know.
How long ago, Carl, did you get diagnosed?
Honestly, the formal diagnosis was really early this year.
Ah, cool.
Cool.
So I've had an inkling for a while,
Yeah.
and got screened for it like early 2025. But just took a while to get to the process of actually getting a diagnosis.
Yeah.
Mainly because I was waiting. As you're aware, GPs, I think this is still true, but they can diagnose ADHD
Ah,
and also give you scripts for medication as well.
right. Yeah.
And it's a very, very, very common theme that we find in pretty much everyone we talk to. You know, the late diagnosis now. Have you been going with that? Is it? Did you go through? You know, we all here went through a sort of a simultaneous, grieving process about what could have been, but also like a self-discovery period of that was quite positive at the same time.
And I'm also wondering, just to piggyback off that, did that start when you got the formal diagnosis, or had you already begun unpacking your life up until that point before getting assessed?
So life kind of forced me to take a break and actually start addressing stuff. Mid 2024, I basically had a massive ADHD meltdown,
Right.
which I wasn't aware of at the time. I thought I just was having the worst depression. So it kind of begun this whole process of speaking to my psych, and really just coincidentally, I started seeing a lot of TikToks about neurodivergence,
Yeah.
and that kind of made me ask a lot of questions. I mean a lot of different styles of TikToks, whether it was, a health professional talking about it, or people with lived experience.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, I've been a bit sick lately.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of just all went from there, really. It has been an emotional experience. Like, on one hand, there's been the whole negative side of it, where I kind of was grieving for the Carl that couldn't be,
Yeah.
as well as just kind of, a lot of anger. Like, I spent a lot of my life walking through the world and not quite getting it, and having this knowledge kind of relatively late in life has it at first it felt really full on, because I wish I could have explained away why I was not getting it. Because as a lot of people can relate to that are like us, especially if you get a late diagnosis, you have so many years and painful memories of really like uncomfortable situations.
Yep.
Which you just didn't get at the time.
Yeah.
And knowing there was a reason behind it, and, you know, I just didn't know, kind of pissed me off.
I can relate to that, yeah, because when I got my autism diagnosis, I kind of ruminated for a while on a lot of the misunderstandings in my life, both small and large, and it's like how I could have explained my perspective better and what was going on for me if only I'd known. You know, instead I tried to explain myself at the time, and people around me, like, from my perspective, made a game of seeing how much they could misunderstand. So there was a bit of going through that.
There was a lot of looking back at school for me.
Oh,
and
God.
Just thinking how different that could have been with a bit of support, you know, back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I'm so happy I can't remember school.
Yeah.
It's a blessed way to be.
Sometimes.
Okay, so I guess with that in mind, so the journey from... So when would you say you first had an inkling? Would you say that was like a long time before diagnosis? Or like was that a really gradual process? Or was that a sort of started seeing the TikTok, started talking to your doctor, and it happened kind of quickly as a realization?
Kind of late 2024.
Yeah, okay.
I think is when I really started thinking that this might be me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of stemmed from starting to think that I didn't just have depression and anxiety disorders. Because the meds were... Well, they were working on some parts, but they weren't addressing everything. And, you know, there's only so many times I can eat upping the dosage
Yeah.
before it becomes problematic. So it made that was a questioning point as well.
We actually had a big chat last episode about clinical burnout. Because, you know, everyone gets burnt out. Neurodivergent people get a different kind of burnt out, but then there's clinical burnout, which it sounds like might be the wall that you hit. Like a lot of neurodivergent people hit the wall in their 30s and 40s, and it just comes from a lifetime of not knowing how to navigate anything, and eventually you can't do that anymore, and there has to be a change. So kudos for going and getting it checked out. I'm glad you found your way there, but it's different. It's not depression, you know. I mean, your only yardstick that you have when you're looking around thinking, "Why am I like this?" is depressed people. But then, yeah, I had a very similar experience where it was just I had to be medicated up to my eyeballs to make me able to function, and even then, it wasn't quite working. Yeah. So it's just an entirely different beast. It's not the same thing. Similarities, but that's really where it ends. They're very what's the word? Surface level similarities between depression and burnout. Burnout is just so intense, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still recovering from it.
Yeah.
Like, probably will be for a while now.
Yeah.
But hey,
But at least you got creative outlets for it.
Yeah.
exactly.
And speaking of which, you already mentioned your main creative outlet for the last several years, which is PinkNoise. So you organise these events where you showcase LGBTQ plus artists from Southeast Queensland. Like, is it anywhere in Southeast Queensland?
Yeah, basically Meanjin and surrounds.
Yeah.
So, you know, including Sunny Coast, Gold Coast, Ipswich, what have you, basically southeast Queensland.
Yeah.
And is that bringing artists from those areas to you, or do you go out to those areas as well and put on events?
Because of the way it's been so far, it's mostly those artists traveling to us.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't been a lot of non-Meanjin Brisbane artists,
Yep.
but the door is open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
How did the concept come about? Like, what gave you the idea to go, this is something I want to do?
Well, Melt Festival.
Oh, yeah.
They became a fringe festival a couple years back, and that was a big opportunity for like people like me to submit something and actually get a decent go on a festival. So it stemmed from just wanting to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of my music history for not probably up until my 30s has been working mostly in straight spaces. So I'm always hungry to do more in the queer spaces.
Yeah.
And it kind of just blossomed from there. My good friend Ruth Gardner at the Cave-In,
Yeah.
who we work with as a venue partner,
Yeah.
has been amazing at getting funding. So for 6 out of 8 events, we've been able to do it for free. And that's amazing to me. Like, I wish I could do free gigs all the time, especially for the queer community.
Yeah. What do you look for in the artists you choose? I mean, obviously they're queer, but do they have certain qualities that stand out to you?
Diversity is key. So, diversity of sound, diversity of voices,
Yeah.
what have you. We don't always get it right, but the endeavor is always to make it as diverse as possible. And I'm not just meaning on the superficial level. I'm talking about the stories you're going to hear and the sounds. And there's so many interesting voices in the queer community, especially in Meanjin. Everything from like dance to, you know, experimental
Oh, yeah.
to heavy metal, punk
Yeah.
rock, folk, like jazz. There's so many sounds, and my issue sometimes with the local queer media is that doesn't really get represented.
Yeah.
So representing the vast array of sounds and styles and voices
Yeah.
has been key for me.
That's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
cool. I always felt like people thought that the beat represented the entire gay community
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Brisbane.
no.
But I really have I don't have a problem with that place. It's an icon, but it wasn't my kind of place. And I do remember there used to be a cool club on called Black Fag. Do you remember that? So it was like a rock and roll club, but it didn't have like a single venue, it would just move around to different places and stuff. But yeah, I thought there wasn't a lot of diversity of representation, even just among the queer community. It was all very like, well, that's the culture. You know what I mean?
It's a constant work in progress.
Yeah.
Like people assume because you're queer and most likely left, that you always get it right. But as I've learned, you're just constantly learning. You're trying to always get it right.
Yeah. Yeah, and from what I've seen of your lineups, you do really have a wide selection of like a variety of sound there, even within the same genre. Like even if you do like a guitar-based night, you'll have different guitar-based artists, and like the Cave In is such a great venue for it as well.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever have loud punk bands?
Yes, we have.
Cool. I'll hit you up about next year.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We had Tectonic last year, which was 2 punk bands and 2 metal bands.
Awesome.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
I wish I'd made that one. I wish I'd made it to that event now. Yeah.
there'll be more,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And how are you finding the Brisbane community in general is accepting it? I asked because you remember a few years ago I put on that Subterranean Rainbow show that was trying to show other than dance music, from the community, and the show went well. COVID kind of messed us up a bit, but I received some interesting feedback from some aspects of the community that were a little scary. How have you been going with it?
It's all been really great.
Positive?
Yeah, it's been really positive.
Yeah. I don't mean from our community. I mean, I was receiving messages from people outside our community that were not very nice.
I've had some weird moments, but it had nothing to do with the event itself.
That's good.
It was just one person unfortunately being a creep to another band and just dumping messages on our page.
Yeah.
And then just someone rage baiting, calling us, demons and blah, 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 and all the crap they like to call.
Yeah.
Facebook advertising at its best.
Yeah. I mean, they're engaging with the posts, aren't they? They're driving publicity for the event in their own way.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to me, I did post on Facebook. I was like, apparently these people are going to bash me, and the talk increased, and we sold more tickets within those a couple of days after that. So I guess they're not doing themselves any favors with whatever their agenda is.
I've been very lucky. Like, I've definitely faced bigotry, but I've heard some horror stories, and mine aren't that. I've definitely felt uncomfortable, and I've definitely felt unsafe, but, never had my ass kicked. Even though I probably deserved it a few times.
So, I guess bring it back to the neurodivergence side of things. Like, how do you manage organizing events like this? Like, how do you approach burnout and that kind of things? How do you stay productive?
To me, it's the best part is when I'm putting together the idea and the lineups of the show. That's when the undiagnosed autism and the diagnosed ADHD,
you lock in?
They like to work together when we're doing that.
Yeah.
So that's nice. They get to play along for a little bit.
Yeah.
Most of the stress for me is the few hours leading up to getting into the venue, loading in, beginning the show. I don't really relax until I do the acknowledgement of country and say hello to everyone and thanks to all the artists and blah, blah, blah. And then after that, I'm just like, everything's in good hands. I'm working with good people. The artists are great. I just have to make sure everything goes on time.
Yeah, I guess it's not like you're at that point. You're not on the sound desk and in the band, and you can. The night is the night at that point.
Yeah, my job becomes basically making sure everyone's having a good evening.
Yeah. Cool.
And you do it well.
Ah, thank you.
So, all right, let's get a little into music. We kind of only asked about Daylight Ghost here, but let's get a bit broader. So, I mean, we'll start with Daylight Ghost. I got to tell you, when I heard that Adam was first doing music again, because he used to be in Lunar Seasons, and then he just kind of stopped for a long time.
Yeah.
You made me very happy because
thanks.
I needed to see. He's too talented, man. He can't not be doing anything, And then when I started hearing the music, I'm like, oh, this is bloody perfect. Because it suits him so well, and I got a million questions actually about influences particularly for the guitar work. But just roughly, how would you describe Daylight Ghosts?
I kind of settle on genre blending dark folktronica these days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Sounds about right.
mainly just makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I've also heard it just being called like gothic indie pop, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
When I saw you guys at, where was it? It was at a brewery or something somewhere. I remember Doorman came on and he was just like, "Good evening, we're Daylight Ghosts and we are sad boys with an eye." Yeah, it's beautiful. It was. I can never. I always get confused between After the Flood and Before the Flood. I don't know which one is the super melancholy one, but the first time he showed me that song, me and Adam Hardiman, the other Adam, we both just broke down crying like immediately. It was like just such a beautiful song.
Yeah, I love that. like making people sad with music just fills me with joy.
Yeah.
It's just a deep connection. You can just feel it. And those, there aren't many sad riffs left. If you know what I mean? Like, at least chord progression wise, everything's been done. So you've got to find ways to dance around certain progressions that doesn't sound like something else. And I really love that sort of delicate way you get around progressions that's not always just strum. You know what I mean? Like it's really cool. It is a little dance. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Yeah.
As you know, I come from heavy metal and prog metal, post rock, that kind of stuff.
So of course you're not going to approach softer music the same way as other people.
No, I don't think I could do normal open chords for like a few years, into like doing Daylight Ghosts.
Yeah.
I had Deftones basically, those influences. So approaching chord structures, but with a bit of riffiness.
Yeah. So coming from like heavy metal, post rock, that sort of thing, when you and Adam started Daylight Ghosts, did you sort of sit down and have a talk like, this is the vision we have in mind, or this is the music we want to make? What was the process like?
So initially, the first album was just gonna be me on acoustic guitar, maybe a bit of tiny extra bit of instrumentation here and there.
Yep.
And Adam, it was gonna be just a pure, very melancholic folk album.
Yeah.
And then we started recording with Matt Dodds and talking about electronica and synths and all that stuff. And that changed the plan.
Yeah.
To an extent. The first album was still very much the vision. Still very lo-fi. Very, you know, in your room.
Yeah.
But with extra electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, I love the way that crept in gradually. Like the first couple of songs I heard with that in it, it was just a sprinkling. And then it
Yeah.
became more and more a part of it as time went on. And it felt like this really natural growth into adding more and more of those elements.
We were figuring it out as we were releasing stuff, basically.
Adore by Smashing Pumpkins is one of my favorite albums. Even back in the day when I was a teenager, you know, when they brought that out, they had just done Melancholy, this giant double rock album, and people were like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was like this acoustic electro album. Every now and then when I hear what you're doing, it's like, oh man, it's like an evolution of that kind of thing.
Oh, thank you.
But into some more interesting, varied places, which is really cool.
Thanks.
And what about your other stuff? Give us a little history. How did you come up in the scene to where you're at now?
In Brisbane, because I'm originally from Mackay, but we won't talk about that.
I love Mackay. I played up there a bunch of times.
That can be for the follow-up.
No comment.
We'll do a follow-up episode that's all about Mackay.
You'll hear me swearing a lot. So
Because you're from Mackay.
Yeah, exactly.
that's part of it.
Yeah.
So Balloon Skill Babies, or BKB,
Yeah.
has been a big portion of my Brisbane music career. And anyone who knows that band, which won't be a lot of people, knows it's kind of like groove metal, prog structures and timing, lots of ambient post-rock sections, that kind of thing.
It's instrumental, right?
Yeah, instrumental. We were influenced by like post-rock bands at the time that I'm not remembering because this happens to me. And it was kind of really freeing to not ride around a vocalist, especially since none of us could sing. But yeah, as time went on, I just wanted to explore a lot more. I'd done heavy music since 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I just needed to try other things, you know, really go in the deep end with sounds that I hadn't done before. Hence,
Very Smashing Pumpkins of you.
it's ADHD.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's very ADHD of Billy then.
Possibly. It's hard to like that man.
Yeah. I know. I'm a lifelong fan, but God, I'm aware. So anyway, sorry. After Balloons, was it straight into Daylight Ghosts or a couple of other things first or simultaneously?
I joined In Novo.
Oh, I did know that band.
Weirdly enough, another prog band. But I then joined Sarah Stockholm as well, just taking this left turn into indie pop.
Yeah.
And then I kind of gathered the courage to try and find a vocalist for Daylight Ghosts. Because one thing I've learned, I can't sing for shit.
Yeah, I mean, neither can I, but that doesn't stop me, weirdly enough.
I really can't.
Did you play bass with Sarah Stockham, or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're a bit of a multi-instrumentalist?
I like to say that I am. Primarily a bass guitarist. Been playing acoustic guitar for like as long as Daylight Ghosts has been going. I've been taking it seriously for that amount of time. So
it is a very different beast too, isn't it? To electric.
I mean, it is, and I like it more.
Okay,
I don't know why, but it's just nice to have an instrument sitting around that if I have an idea, I can just pick it up and go,
yeah.
I roughly know where this is. I can work this out in a few minutes. And then I play keyboards, but very basically.
Yeah.
So musically, in hindsight, I mean, obviously you're very recently into Diagnosis, but Danny and I have talked about this a lot, and we've had a few musicians on the show, but Danny and I personally feel like even when we didn't know it was happening, our neurodivergence had quite the impact on our writing styles, our playing styles, our musical processes and stuff. Have you started to consider that, whether that's played a positive role in things?
I think it makes everything make sense.
Yeah.
Like, why I got into very difficult music with no vocalist, constant changes. Like, looking back, I can see why that held so much appeal to me, especially because I had such freedom with my instrument. But the weird thing is, prog's its own kind of prison.
Yeah.
Like, how would an ADHD musician get sick of that kind of style of music? And it's just because, like all other genres, there's these limitations of what's considered the norm within the genre.
Right.
I luckily my new band, we're pretty fearless, even though we were a punk band. And so we come back and we anchor ourselves with a punk song every now and then, but in between that we don't care where we go, we can just do whatever. But just punk as a genre, I've always been attracted to that because it's kind of like, I've said this before, like a shopping trolley going down a hill, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like just but within that chaos you've got lots of freedom to do things differently, just as long as you're all kind of just making sure you stick the landing. That I kind of liked that controlled chaos. So it's kind of like equally ADHD is prog in the complete opposite way, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
Coincidentally,
yeah.
I love like really extreme subgenres of punk,
Yeah.
like grindcore,
Oh, yeah.
power violence, like old school screamo and all that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
really violent songs with lots of screaming and
I'm a huge fan of like 90s post-punk, like the really weird stuff. So like McCluskey, Future of the Left, bands like that.
oh yeah.
But because I mean, my big bands are McCluskey, Faith No More. Used to be Smashing Pumpkins, not so much these days. But yeah, just the very strange bands. So, but that was there was the ADHD attracting me to punk, but there was the autism attracting me to. Oh, these people are not like anyone else. I relate to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 But yeah, weird punk. That's the stuff that I like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess Oh, sorry, bear with me 1 second. The two of you are both ADHD.
Yeah.
Daylight Ghost. Adam is also recently diagnosed. Does that build a bit of camaraderie and a bit of, musical telepathy in ways, or is it something that you both kind of acknowledge that you have to work through, so to speak?
Nothing's changed. Like, he's been easy to work with since the first chat I've had with him. And us being both ADHD just makes all that make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fearless collaborator. Like, I will present some music ideas that I'm not sure he's gonna vibe with, because sometimes I'll go, let's write a doo-wop song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mix it
let's
up.
do R&B.
Yeah.
And he's always just like,
Up for it.
let me give it a go.
Yeah.
That's been the whole relationship, really, is just, let's friggin' give it a go.
Yeah. So, do you foresee the recent ADHD diagnosis changing the songwriting process in the future at all, or have you already got like such a good thing that works that you just like, let's just keep doing what we're doing?
I would just tag on the end of that. Well, I guess not. Do you write lyrics for the band at all, Carl, or is that just Adam's domain?
I will occasionally, like, do the very wanky Brian Eno thing,
Oh yeah.
where I'll go, this song made me think of these words, which is actually how After the Flood got its title.
Right, okay.
I always had the title. I had nothing. And nothing else.
As a singer who will accept a title without having written words already, that's not their title, that's a diamond in the rough you got there.
I was stoked because I was like, you could change it if you want. Like, that's always my thing. Like, my working titles can be pretty friggin' dumb for songs. Like, so
I usually keep them even if they are dumb. We're working on one right now that reminded me of Smashing Pumpkins and Barbarians of California, and it's just called Smashing Barbarians. Sorry, can I bring it back to Danny's question? Sorry, Danny, did you have a different one?
Oh, I just had an anecdote. I mean, speaking of like choosing something random as a song title, I think Mogwai did that a lot, talking about post rock, like their with titles like their album "Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will." It was like something he overheard somebody say, and he was like, "Let's call the album that."
I mean, I come from that scene emo, screamo, metalcore era initially. So weird, like, random song titles that had nothing to do with the lyrical content were just kind of the norm. Like, let's deliver Benny his milk, and it'd be like 2.5 minutes of grindcore or some shit like that.
It seems to be like a hardcore, post-hardcore kind of thing, because like McCluskey, again, 90s post-hardcore, their album titles are The Difference Between You and Me Is That I'm Not on Fire. My pain and sadness is more sad and painful than yours. And McCluskey Do Dallas. So
That's classic.
yeah, that's pretty classic. But back to Danny's question a bit. So do you think the diagnosis might... I was thinking the way it might approach it, which is why I ended up asking about lyrics, was the diagnosis could affect lyrically potentially, but also, I mean, I don't know, are you feeling like you're moving into a bit of a more positive self-acceptance period, and that might impact the music at all, or...?
I kind of see my ADHD as my friend when it comes to creativity. I think understanding what I am, or not what I am, but my diagnosis has kind of helped me understand my process a lot more. Like, why I think, like, a weird dance beat might work with something, or why I think a distorted guitar will go in this pop song. Like, I just now understand I'm seeing patterns, and it's more about just clearing that a bit more in my mind and understanding why I'm making those connections.
Yeah.
But it's been my friend for that, at least.
I have the same thing. I really see patterns, almost spreadsheets, I guess you could say, where I'm just seeing different elements as the song's running by. I'm seeing like that dot, that dot. It's almost like a Fruity Loops file, you know? You click on the different things. Like, that's kind of how I see it in my mind as it's going. And I'm like, oh, if we just pulled that down here and switch that there. But I can see it in real time, I think, because my brain's just going.
Yeah.
I feel like that has certainly been my friend over the years. But that's also the reason where I'll just be like, hey, let's do a Kylie Minogue cover, you know?
Yeah.
and I found a band finally that will do that. So that's been very, very cool.
Yeah, I find...
Oh, sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say, I find I start with a phrase or something and just build a song on that. So, like, I'll be thinking, you know, I need to pick up some orange juice from the shops, and then I'll be like, you know, I need to pick up some orange juice from the shops. Gonna open FL Studio now.
like Carter said, need to go and get Benny his milk or something.
Yeah, exactly. Except I'll make a whole song where I expand on the lore of me picking up orange juice and really exaggerate it. Like, you know, the orange juice turns out to be, you know, poison or something. And, yeah.
I have done the thing of, like, what if I wrote this kind of song? And I'll be like, this is silly. I'm not going to take it seriously. And then I'm demoing it. And then I'm sharing it with Adam. And I'm like, next thing you know, like, we're doing a weird song that, like, weirdly evokes, like, late 90s, early 2000s, like, radio pop music where, like, all rock bands had electronic elements for, like, a brief period of time.
Thank you, Radiohead. I guess that does speak to the kind of language you guys have, you know, where you can just pivot like that and both get it. That's another thing I'm really happy with the new band is they're up for anything, you know, and I can just give it to them. It's the best way to be in a band.
That's great because you're being creative. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I used to get told, like, that's a crazy idea, shut up. You know, like, well, we're not that, you know. But
I'm from metal,
why
man.
can't we be that? You know, yeah.
I'm from many types of metal. Totally get it.
Weirdly, there's a whole lot of talk of it in punk too. It's like, what is punk? What isn't punk? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I can hear a band that doesn't sound anything like punk is supposed to, but I think they're one of the most punk bands in the world. You know, I think it's
Yeah,
it really just depends.
When you started calling my stuff punk, I was like, well, that's news to me. I thought I was possibly the least punk person to exist.
There's definitely a punk element to your music. It's great. And when you get the full band in, you can hear it even more, you know. It's, it's funny, fast, hard music. It's really cool. Yeah. And, like, the laughs come quickly, too, which is bloody awesome.
Yeah.
This is a kind of rapid fire. I guess what is coming up next? I mean, Daylight Ghosts, am I correct that there's new music being worked on?
Yeah. I've just
It's been a little while.
I've been super broke for so long. So, not anymore.
Yeah.
So, we basically just got to sign off on a couple of things and then head to mastering.
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
So already recording?
We're done.
Oh, wow.
We've been done for a while. Like I said, I've been broke. And as you know, Adam's a family man. So, you know, lots of costs bearing on him. And obviously he's got the mess we're in. So it's just been a slow process. It's taken much longer than what I wanted.
Just a quick interruption. For anyone listening who doesn't understand what that sentence meant, the mess we're in is Adam's other band.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. Trust me.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
We have been playing new songs live. They've been kind of taking over the set list. Just because it's really exciting. It's
Always.
a big progression from what we did with Urban Umbra, our first album.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of keen to get it done and start working on the next one.
Yeah, I guess, there's the once you've got it recorded, it still costs a fair bit to have it mastered, so there's that hurdle of like paying for somebody to master it.
All I'll say, Centrelink's great, but needs to be above the poverty line. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That I don't know. You're speaking a bit of sense there.
Yeah.
I know.
Be careful.
Is it still a controversial opinion? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if you go into the wrong sorts of comments sections.
Well, money's all supposed to go to war and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It can't go to people who need to be above the poverty line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The money's got to go to bailing out big corporations.
I know. Me and my lefty nonsense.
Crazy lefty ideals like, I don't know, caring for people. God.
I know.
Okay, and so when's your next show?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
Not with Daylight Ghosts, anyway.
No, don't. Who are you playing with next?
That will be with ISIS.
Ooh, cool.
The classic 90s Brisbane
Who's
folk
Who.
indie pop band. Yeah, it's awesome to be a part of it.
Where's that?
Things will be happening that I can't talk about yet, but
Okay.
you know, pay attention to the Instagram and the Facebook and all that.
So ISIS and Daylight Ghost, any other currently active bands?
Yeah, Ghostwoods.
Oh, Ghostwoods, yep.
Ghostwoods.
We've been lying dormant this year. Mainly for logistical reasons. But things are in the works.
Awesome.
And if you like strange, ambient, dark jazz style music,
I do.
we'll,
I really do.
I really
come-
liked what you already had out. I meant to talk about that band as well, but unfortunately didn't get to it. But and are you in Silver Circus or no?
I was briefly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I was the bassist for the metal album,
Yeah.
the cover of Gary Newman songs.
Okay. Oh.
The album of covers of Gary Newman songs.
Okay, cool.
And I performed a few gigs for that one.
So Daylight Ghosts, ISIS, Ghostwoods, I assume all on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, streaming services. Yeah.
For our listeners out there, this will be a good time to look up all those bands on the gram as we speak. Give them
Please do.
a follow. And also, while I'm on the subject, give us a follow. Please
We did it
subscribe.
again. We've even started putting it at the beginning of our questions list on the document, and I still forget every time to say it at the beginning of the bloody podcast.
Oh, that's all right. Well, they can subscribe now for anyone who's
absolutely
watching and hasn't yet. So yeah, and go follow all those bands on the gram and stuff.
Yes, please.
Cool. Carl, it has been a pleasure. We should catch up again at some point and talk more after PinkNoise has done some more stuff.
Yeah.
We've actually been talking about having Adam back. That'd be an interesting angle. Maybe we could talk to the both of you at the same time.
Oh, that'll
about
be a nice
ADHD,
awkward conversation.
ADHD and music. Right. We'll make it a two-parter or something.
Yeah.
So, no, thanks for having me.
No, it's been a
No
pleasure.
worries. Thanks, Carl.
And anyone watching, you can find this episode properly online tomorrow on both Facebook and YouTube at around 6 p.m. Carl, I will ask you to stay on. For reasons I'll explain afterwards.
Yep. And subscribe down below.
Yes.